Good morning, good evening, wherever you are across this beautiful nation or around the globe. I am your hostess with the mostest, Kelly Robertson, and this is Deja Brew, waking you up to truth, a Beacon News 777 production. Now, some of you who follow some of my Facebook groups or watch very many of my YouTube videos, my podcasts, my broadcasts, you understand, at least loosely, who I am. Today, I'm going to step outside of my comfort zone. I'm going to share with you in a less reserved manner and let you know, whether you're new or not, exactly who I am. I use the name Earth Song because it was given to me. I have many past life memories. My most recent and most pertinent to why I am here on Earth today is from the star system known as Taygeta in the Pleiadian star system. I come from a planet named Eris. I had to do a lot of research and a lot of digging to come to understand through this terrestrial Earth plane knowledge that there are such places within the universe. Because to me, they were only memories until I was regressed, and then much more came to me. So, because I've um, had a strong desire to bring you truth, the truth, nothing but the truth kind of stuff, so help me God. I've been scouring the internet, books, libraries, um, CIA declassified documents and studies, so on and so forth, to bring you evidential proof that what I say is real. And I found something very interesting today that I want to share with you that is pertinent to why we are here now and where I came from previously. Put my glasses on so I can see for sure what I'm trying to share here with you. Here it is.
There are over 400,000 civilizations in the vastness of space, each with beings who look strikingly human, yet possess unique traits and abilities beyond our wildest dreams. From the enlightened modulus of Atlas and the Pleiades, who choose isolation over interstellar travel, to the translucent Etherians and energy-based Vordians, and even to feline, canine, insectoid, and elephant-like beings, each exists at various levels of technological and social development. But here's the twist. Only a tiny fraction of 5D civilizations achieve interstellar status, despite the incredible technologies they possess. The vast majority remain grounded, not reaching the stars for very good reasons. Some races don't feel safe and prefer to stay hidden, but they are observing us and visiting planet Earth discreetly. In this video, we dive into these remarkable civilizations, uncovering the secrets that make each one so extraordinary.
Life isn't rare beyond our planet. It's the default state of the universe. Every part of it is vibrant with consciousness. When you look up at the night sky, do you question what is out there? Just like us, the stars you see are born and they die. So surely in this vast universe, we can't be the only living beings? The existence of extraterrestrials has been speculated for hundreds, maybe even thousands of years. But how many of those living with us in this universe are humanoids? Humanoid races are the most prevalent, being the most common across the galaxy. There are at least 400,000 civilizations within this galactic sector that feature inhabitants resembling humans. Each of these 400,000 civilizations is unique, with variations in physical traits, abilities, or DNA, but all have a human-like appearance. Beyond these 400,000, there are countless additional civilizations with beings that look like humans, but have distinct differences that set them apart, such as the Arcturians and Andromedans. Across the galaxy, you'll find an astonishing array of races, from feline and canine to insectoid and elephant-like, each at various levels of technological and social development. In the Pleiades, many civilizations are still pre-industrial. Some are just discovering tools like the wheel and fire, resources that we discovered thousands of years ago, while others are at stone or medieval stages. The
Now, I just want to pause right there for a moment so that I can share with you my knowledge of being on the planet called Eris in the star system of Taygeta that is within the Seven Sisters Pleiadian star systems. My life there was seemingly primitive. Um, I wore animal skin clothing. I carried a bow and arrow. I was female, but I was a very fierce, great hunter of these giant birds. Um, the planet itself is red, like the leaves are red, the foliage is red, different shades of red. Even the water appears red. And this is from our star that shines on us is a very red type star. So we get a very red glow on many things, and it brings out the red colors, the red um, color spectrum in a lot of the foliage and stuff. But even though I was a hunter and we lived in a hive type, um, in the ground, it was circular living space, the entire tribe, the entire colony, or however you would say that, lived within this space together. There were multiple levels that went down on a spiral ring, and each level was designated for specific activity, right? Whether it be sleeping, bathing, eating, um, divvying up the fruits and the vegetables to um, stock them, store them, etc. There was a level for animals, like a manger type level where all of the livestock was kept, different things like that within this, what I would liken it to looking like a beehive, honestly. Um, but we all worked together. We all had our own jobs. Mine was being a hunter. You got to choose those jobs. We lived very simple lives, but we were deeply spiritual, deeply connected, deeply psychic, always in reverence and balance with nature and one another. Um, it was a very nice flow of energy. And so we seem primitive to maybe someone looking in from the outside, but we were also very technologically advanced because I remember very specifically being in a very technologically advanced space, like a big room or something, where all of us who accepted the call to come to Earth to help, we were in there filling out our contracts and doing our paperwork and all of the stuff that you would do that it looked very similar to being in a gigantic license branch, if you will, right? Long tables, several chairs, somebody at each little section. that type of thing. And then our soul was extracted from our physical container and placed into something that I call a bank chute. The things at the drive-through at the bank. Some of them were cylindrical and you could lay flat. Others were more egg-shaped and you could lay in a fetal position, and they shoot your soul being, down the wormhole chute. And then my next memory is being inside of my now Earth Mother's womb. So in that aspect, we had great technology because we knew how to extract the soul from the body vessel and place it in a container to move it to another body, right? Um, so we had that technology, but we also chose to live very simple and very much in balance and in tune with nature. So I just wanted to explain that before we move on to what they're going to tell you.
The diversity in art, customs, and life forms is immense, spanning billions of civilizations. For instance, Earth's Stone Age had a complex mix of dimensional experiences, with some aspects existing in what might be considered 5D and others in 2D. This multifaceted development isn't easily categorized, and researchers often overlook these intricacies. Beyond these, there are civilizations with
So I just want to reiterate what she just explained was very much the way that we choose to live on the planet Eris. Um, we have ships, we have technology, we just choose to live a more simple type life. So we're living somewhere teetering between the 3D and the 5D, right? 5D really just means that you're more spiritually advanced.
advanced technologies but unique biological differences, like the translucent Etherians or the energy-based Vordians. Each has its own rich history and cultural evolution, adding layers to our understanding of the universe's vast and varied tapestry. So now you may be thinking, why haven't we met any yet? Many races don't feel safe and prefer to stay hidden. However, that doesn't stop them from observing us and occasionally visiting discreetly. The portrayal of some alien races in media has been tarnished, with popular films and shows creating dramatic and fictionalized versions of extraterrestrials. These depictions frequently paint aliens as either hostile invaders or mysterious entities with malevolent intentions. Such sensationalized portrayals are designed to entertain and captivate audiences, but often distort the true nature of extraterrestrial beings.
And to control you. These um, people who portray all of the aliens as evil and bad are trying to still control the narrative. They want you to be in fear. They want you to not listen to what they tell you. They want you to think that they're trying to trick you. But really, they're here to assist us in our evolutionary process, our ascension, our soul growth. It's cyclical. Look it up. It's in the records. We go through cyclical changes on the planet, the solar system, etc., and human evolution, soul growth, evolution. We go through the dark ages, the iron ages, the bronze ages, then the golden ages, which are the age of Aquarius, the age of knowledge. That's where we're at now. So they're trying to still control the narrative. Keep that in mind. Don't let fear creep in.
This skewed representation fosters a climate of fear and suspicion, which can negatively impact our responses to real extraterrestrial encounters. When genuine contact occurs, Preconceived notions shaped by these fictional narratives may lead to misunderstandings and apprehension. The tendency to view aliens through a lens of conflict rather than potential collaboration undermines opportunities for meaningful and peaceful interactions. To address this issue, it is crucial to adopt a more balanced and informed perspective on extraterrestrial life. By recognizing that media portrayals are often more fiction than fact, we can approach the reality of extraterrestrial beings with curiosity and openness. Some ET enthusiasts assume that the Pleiades is a realm of advanced civilizations filled with orbs of light radiating high densities of love and enlightenment. However, the reality is quite different. The Pleiades hosts a range of civilizations, some still in feudal or earlier stages of development, with no knowledge of their more advanced interstellar counterparts. These civilizations often gaze at the night sky, captivated by the lights that traverse it, leading them to invent myths and legends about these mysterious phenomena, just as we do about them. Speculatively, these lights could be interpreted as divine omens or cosmic messengers in their lore. This fascination and myth-making occur even in higher dimensional realms like 5D, where their understanding of such phenomena might intertwine with spiritual or metaphysical beliefs. It's possible that these civilizations, despite their advanced dimensional awareness, view our presence as an otherworldly enigma, blending their technological and spiritual perceptions in unique ways. 11 interstellar races are known to inhabit the Pleiades region. Within the 11, there are variants of them, leading to a population of thousands. One notable example is the Modulus of Atlas. The Modulus are a spiritually advanced and small population. Their decision to remain non-interstellar is not due to ignorance or communication issues, but is a conscious choice. This deliberate choice reflects their deep commitment to their spiritual practices and unique way of life. The contrast between their advanced spiritual state and their self-imposed isolation offers a fascinating glimpse into the diverse approaches to interstellar engagement within the Pleiades.
We have been in contact with the Taygeten Pleiadian crew who are right now in the orbit of the Earth. As you know, they are here. You see them, you see the UFOs, you see the sightings, they are very close. We have been all wondering why they are here, what they have to say. So I will explain how this happened, but basically, yes, we are in a direct contact with that crew in the orbit. I will explain how. It's very important to mention this is not channeled information. We do not channel. They are from the star system Taygeta in Pleiades, mainly from the planet Erra. There are 4 planets in Taygeta: Erra, Temer, Dakote, Procyon. Okay, now hold on to your seats. I'm going to tell you something exciting. This is actually the same crew that has talked to Billy Mayer. They have never left. They are right there, right now in the orbit. And they have talked to Billy Mayer.
Billy Meyer, in case you cannot understand her accent, Billy Meyer.
They have confirmed Billy Mayer's case to us. It's real. They talked to him. And they, since that time, they haven't had such an open, direct contact with the humans until now. They are now trying a different approach. Before they were trying the photos and they were giving evidence. Didn't work much. Now they are approaching us with the information. This is a new type of contact. I want to explain. They told us there are 8 ways they have been talking and communicating with the humans. First, telepathy is very real, telepathy. Then channeling, also, it's very real. So I don't want to dismiss anyone who has been in contact with anybody through channeling. Then there is a direct contact, face to face. It also happens. They are closer than you think. They are. I wouldn't be surprised if they are here at all. They are
Much
always following
closer.
UFO congresses, we've been told. Then there is a mix, telepathy and channeling. Then they also told us they use sometimes to communicate with the humans direct radio microwave transmissions. And then they also use muon transmissions to communicate with some leaders of the earth at some point in history. And then we'll come to the last way of communication, and this has been implemented since 2008 as an experiment. They are coming in contact with us through the internet. Yes. And now, many of you will dismiss this probably because we have come across people who dismiss the information based on just that. However, they are right there in the orbit. The technology that we use here on Earth is very primitive to them. It's very easy for them to access our internet technology. So we communicate.
Now, I just want to interrupt her for a moment just to say to you that I'm sharing this information from her with you because the things that she's about to tell you, that she claims that the Pleiadians have told to her, I can corroborate 100%. And I was listening intently to find flaws in what she was saying. That's important to note. I was looking for flaws. And I didn't find any.
With them actually using live chat. It's not emails, it's not Facebook, it's a live chat. We go into this.
I mean, I can't cooperate how she's communicating with them. That's not what I mean. I mean after this, when she actually gets to the messages.
Special room where we talk with them live, and it has been going on for years now. We are in the third year, sometimes hours daily, where they pass us information on all kinds of subjects. Okay, now why internet? The internet, first of all, they have dismissed channeling as the primordial way of contact because according to them, it's not very reliable. I'll explain that later, but they are in the 5th density, we are in the 3rd density. So it is actually not very easy for us to receive, to be pure channels for that information coming from the 5D. There are a lot of distortions and a lot of human filters in the way. So there is a directive, a cosmic law that states that any advanced civilization cannot contact the developing civilization using the technology that is not known to that race, right? So now that we have the internet and it is a known technology to us, they have switched to that technology to contact us here on the Earth. And I'm talking about Pleiadian Pleiadians. I'm not saying other races do not channel. I'm just saying these specific race have decided to switch as an experiment to see if that would work better, to switch to the internet as the main primordial way of contacting people. Why not? It's so easy. They are just right there sitting in the orbit. You can actually see them floating around. They are on a main big ship, but they also have smaller ones. It's very easy for them to access our technology, and they find it much more reliable and credible, and they can pass this way a lot of information. What do the extraterrestrial in general do around here, right? And I will only talk about Pleiadian Pleiadians' perspective, because these are the ones that we know. There are many races, and there are many agendas, and there are many purposes of them being here. But I can tell you with specifics why the Pleiadians are here. So many reasons. One very important reason is enforcing the blockade on Earth, okay? I don't know if you heard of reptilian races and all the regressive races, but they actually exist. They are real. There are regressive races behind the curtains and manipulating the society. So the Pleiadians and other races have been assisting with enforcing the blockade. So the reptilians don't export humans outside the Earth, because actually that's what's been happening, okay? But it is very much under control now.
True.
So that's what they do. Enforce the blockade around the Earth. Isolating.
And this has ended. The blockade began around 2008 officially, but we really started getting a handle on it, I think, in around 2015.
Yeah, they isolate the Earth. Cleaning a lot of things like radioactive spilling. They calming storms, assessing health risks. They have been involved in assessment of the coronavirus situation very much so. Recently, I made videos about that. They are involved in shutting down missile sites, deflecting asteroids, calming volcanoes, derailing false flags. That's so important. They are so involved in many false flag operations, derailing them and slowing them down. And it's all done behind the scenes. No one knows. Arresting reptiles, stopping epidemics, chasing illegal starships with human cargo, stopping people trafficking. Because yes, this has been, unfortunately, it has been happening. But they have been working to stop that. All this, they are doing behind the scenes. The idea is that humans are not supposed to know. And I'll explain that a bit later why. They don't want any credit. But if you are wondering what they are doing, why are they not here, why are they not showing, why are they not helping, they are. They are doing so much for the humans and they don't want any credit. They get sick because of that, because they are very close to the negative 3D frequencies and it affects them very much. They get sick, they get tired, but they are passionate about doing this, okay? So we need to be very grateful because a lot is done. A lot is done. And now they also assist with the whole transition process, because the ascension, actually, that famous ascension is real. However, they don't like very much this term ascension. I don't like it very much either because, I don't know, they don't like, to be honest, they don't like very much what the new age has done to their image, okay? They are very
Because it's hijacking it.
tired of how Pleiadians are perceived. There has been a lot of distortions going on. They are not these angelic,
Phony woo-woo shit.
beautiful light beings, spheres floating around. No, they are human. They are people. They are warriors. They eat. They do all kinds of everyday stuff just like us. They are assisting us with this transition process because what's happening, the Schumann resonance is increasing, okay, and we are slowly going into the 5D. I'll explain that a bit later too.
So 5D is actually just your soul ascension, your spiritual growth, your evolutionary path to becoming more aware and awake and knowing thyself, finally, right? And Pleiadians are not like these perfect beings that this new age woo-woo crap has hijacked and made you think about them. They get mad too. They have feelings. Things affect them. They get frustrated, but they're in 5D, so they have this higher understanding, this higher knowing, and they are simply frustrated with how dense so many of us in the 3D realm are to what we could be, and we wouldn't have to suffer the way that we do or be under the thumb of Lizzie people or anyone else.
They're assisting with this process, guiding us and mentoring behind the scenes. They are not ready to be shown yet in public, officially. They are doing this behind the scenes. And this ascension process has very much to do with the removal of the artificial 3D suppressing frequencies. This is very important. We are actually living in a 3D.
And this is why I want to share this video with you, because this next part that she's getting ready to talk about, again, are things that I tell to my people. I tell my friends, I tell my family, I tell my clients, I tell my customers, who are, people that come to me that just need guidance, um, other star seeds or light workers or volunteers or whatever you want to call them. Everyone that I talk to, I say to them that I'll get to you in a minute. I just got myself all worked up and totally lost my train of thought. So I'm just going to go back to the video for a minute. I'll pop back in. You know I will. That's who I am.
In the artificial 3D matrix that has been imposed on us and has been transmitted.
Right. See, I knew I would remember. um, we're being bombarded by all of this negativity, right? It's in the programming, it's on the TV, it's on the radio, it's in the air because it's being pumped into our planet from the moon via Saturn. Just like David Icke tells people, that shit's real. That shit happens. And they are trying to control the narrative. They're trying to prevent the awakening in every way, shape, and form that they possibly can. They have the looking glass technology. They have the yellow book and the black cube technologies that see into the future, that always shows them the same outcome on this one timeline that we're funneling into, and that is us awakening to our true power, to our true self, to our true divine right. And they're trying every way they can to thwart that because they don't want to lose control.
Transmitted from the moon.
Surprisingly, 99.9999% of 5D races don't reach interstellar status. This is often due to a variety of reasons. Some lack the technological or spiritual development, while others choose to remain in their current state. To achieve interstellar status, a civilization must harmoniously integrate advanced technology with deep spirituality. Without this balance, interstellar travel remains unattainable. Alternatively, some civilizations might choose to forego this integration, believing that interstellar capabilities are unnecessary for their purpose or way of life. Reaching the 5D, or fifth dimension, represents a significant advancement in spiritual awareness and consciousness compared to the third dimension. However, it's important to recognize that even within the 5D realm, there are numerous stages and levels of spiritual development. The 5D dimension encompasses a range of evolutionary paths, each offering its own set of challenges, insights, and growth opportunities. The idea of spiritual progression is expansive, suggesting that each level of consciousness, whether in the 3D or 5D, brings new dimensions of insight and development that continue to unfold, emphasizing.
So it's still going to be like those layers of an onion that we're peeling off. It's not like we just pop into these crystalline light bodies, like William Henry would have you think. We're not transforming into some translucent being. We're not going to a new planet or a new earth. We're creating a new earth right here through our thoughts that are our divine creative power tool. And we're going to do that through trial and error because we're just now becoming aware as a collective of that 5D realm where we too can do the same great works as Jesus. So it isn't going to be a perfect kumbaya world. It isn't going to be an automatic Garden of Eden. It's not going to be an automatic Age of Aquarius or living like the Atlanteans once more. It's going to be a process. And people like myself are the way showers to getting us started and traveling down the path of that said process.
that the journey of spiritual growth is never truly complete. Our universe is a vast and intricate tapestry of life and consciousness, far beyond the boundaries of our earthly understanding. From the smallest particles to the grandest cosmic phenomena, everything is imbued with consciousness, challenging our conventional definitions of what it means to be alive. The prevalence of humanoid races across the galaxy, the diverse stages of development in different civilizations, and the complex interplay of technology and spirituality all point to a universe teeming with life in forms we can barely imagine. As we look up at the night sky and contemplate the vastness of space, we must remember that our current knowledge is just a small percentage of the story. The stars and galaxies we see are not just distant points of light. They are the homes of countless civilizations, each with its own unique path and perspective. For instance, our Milky Way galaxy alone is estimated to contain over 100 billion stars, and recent studies suggest there may be as many as 40 billion Earth-sized planets in the habitable zone of sun-like stars within our galaxy. These numbers hint at the incredible potential for diverse forms of life. Our quest to understand extraterrestrial life and our place in the cosmos is ongoing. The search for extraterrestrial intelligence has been actively scanning the skies for signals from other civilizations for decades, with no definitive contact yet. Meanwhile, missions such as the James Webb Space Telescope are expanding our ability to observe distant exoplanets and their atmospheres, enhancing our understanding of where and how life might exist elsewhere. The myths and stories we create about the unknown are reflections of our own curiosity and desire to connect with something greater than ourselves. This drive to explore and understand is deeply rooted in human nature and is continuously fueled by new discoveries and technological advancements. So, as we continue to explore and seek answers, let us remain open to the possibility that the universe is not only full of life, but also rich in diverse experiences and consciousness. Embracing this broader perspective may lead us to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the extraordinary universe we are part of.
And as you come to know that and accept it, you graduate from kindergarten and we move to the first grade. I look forward to being on this journey with you. Confucius was definitely right when he said, "May we live in interesting times," because we certainly do. And it's about to get even more interesting. I hope you've enjoyed today's podcast. This has been Deja Brew, waking you up to truth. Thank you for joining me.